So we are back with another link. So I don't know if we still work on the issues of this link, affecting us. So are you guys here? Anyone here now? So let me know if you are here. Just drop a message on the comment section so that I will know the people that we have here. So the link is giving us some kind of issue. So we are under multiplication matrices. Multiplication matrices. We are under multiplication matrices, and we have explained a lot of things for those of you that are just joining us. So this is the process, and this is where we stop. So for those of you that you are with us before, so let's continue. So here we'll be having 28 plus 10 now give us 38. We have 38. 4 plus 6, we have 10. This will give us 32 plus 12. That will give us 44. And here we have 93. 18 plus 9, we are going to have 27. So this one is 76 plus 32. 108. So 76 plus 32. So 70, that we're having 95 here. I'm having 25. Then I'll be having 1110. So this is multiplication matrices. Mohammed, you are just joining us and you're asking which math is this, sir. So this is matrices under economics for mathematics, and it has its own application. So this will be the last example for multiplication matrices. This will be the last example for multiplication matrices. So keep joining us. Keep joining us. I'm coming. We are moving to another section under matrices now. So let's move to another section under matrices. So now we are moving to determinants. Determinants of matrices. So we are moving to another one. So trying to reduce the noise in the environment. That's what I'm trying to. I'm sorry for that. So let's move to determinants. If you want geometrics, geometrics on our YouTube channel, you will see the class we have, explains to you guys on geometry. Check the videos on our YouTube channel, like it and subscribe and share it. We have geometrics there. So now let's move to determinants. So under determinants, I would like to start with, let's assume we have a matrices 4, 2, 1, 6. And we are asked to find the determinant of the matrices. So the sign of the determinant is like this. So the sign of the determinant of the matrix is like this. So, and for us to find the conditions for the conditions for the determinant is the determinant A is going to be 4, 2, 1, 6. And here you'll be having plus minus. So the plus minus you have, that means I'm using this to multiply this. Then I'm using this to multiply this. So what I'm going to have now is 4 times 6. And with the minus negative sign that's here, minus, we're having 2 times 1. So here I'll be having 4 times 6 is going to give me 24 minus 2. Then that means the determinant A is 22. The determinant A is 22. So let's move to another set of determinant questions. You can be given a questions that have determinants of 3 by 3. Determinants 3 by 3. So I have this question here. Determinants 3 by 3. So this is determinant 3 by 3. So if you have these questions, to find the determinants will be a determinant. We have something like this. You have 8, 6, 5. You have 3, 4, 1. You have 2, 7, 3. You have something like this. So if you have, the first steps you need to do is to introduce sign to the first column. Sorry, to the first row. Introduce sign to the value of the first row, which is 832. So that will be plus, minus, plus. Plus, minus, plus. So what we have to do here is that, you see this, the first column, they are referred to as a king. They are referred to as a king. Like, let me start with, so they are the king here. So now we believe that the value under the kings They are the chiefs. I want to show you the secrets of determinants. They are the chiefs. So if anything were to happen, the king here is going to protect the chiefs that is here. And the chiefs that is here are 6 and 5. And this one are the kings. So if anything is going to happen, they will protect the chiefs that is here. So what that's going to suffer are the slave. So whatever that is not under each king numbers or each king value here, we refer them as a slave. I'm using this term to explain it so that you understand. So what we are now doing is the king 8, the value of the king 8 that have positive will be out. Then you have another determinant. So we are now going to take all these value as a slave, but you are not going to take the chief under the king. So the slave there is now going to be 7, 4, 1, 3. That's 2 by 2 determinant. So what's the sign in the king 2? The king 2 have a negative sign, which is going to be what? -3. So, and the king 2, we also want to take a slave. And if king 2 is taking any slave, he's not going to what? To take the chiefs under this place as a slave. So he's going to deal with something outside the box of his own chief. So he's going to deal with 6, 5, and 7, 3. Then another one, the sign under the king 2 is plus. So we have something like this. So, and this king 2 will not want to tamper with his own chiefs too. It will deal with the other ones here. So then we're having 6, 4, 5, 1. So having 6, 4, 5, let's carry on. I'm trying to check if you guys are with me. So then let's solve this one by determinant 2 by 2 now. So this one will be plus minus. So this times this is going to give me 12. Minus 7 times 1 is going to give me 7. So 4 times 3 is 12. Determinant 2 by 2. So the negative sign here is -3. So plus minus. This times this is going to give me 18. That's going to give me 18. Then you have what? Minus. You have 7 times 5. That's going to give me 35. Then plus. You have another one here. 2. 6 times 1 plus minus. 6 times 1 will give us 6. Minus 4 times 5 will give me 20. Can you see? So here we'll be having 8 into bracket 12 minus 7. That's going to give me 5. Then minus this here I'll be having 18 minus 35. We're having minus 17. Then here we are going to have plus 2. We are going to have 6 minus 20. Then that means we are going to have minus 14. Minus 14. So in that case, the next thing, let me continue here. Sorry. So the next thing we have here now, 8 times 5. We have 8 times 5, which is 40. So this is giving me 40. Minus times minus here is going to give you plus. Then we have 3 times 17. You have 51. Then this one is going to give you minus. Plus times minus will be minus. So 2 times 14 is going to give you 28. So now, here we now have 40 plus 51. We have 91 minus 28. So 91 minus 28 will give us the final answer. So we have 63. So we have 63. So with this, I'll quickly move to inverse matrices. I'll quickly move to inverse matrices. I'll quickly move to inverse matrices. Yeah, Ahmed, you are saying we are still moving to differentiation and integration. So I'll be fast with inverse matrices. After inverse matrices, we do some application. Then we'll move to the, to the calculus aspect of it, which is differentiation and integration. So, so we have done determinants. That means we have done determinants 3 by 3 now. So let's move to inverse matrices. So inverse matrices. The condition for inverse matrices is the sign is this inverse. That is the sign for inverse matrices. That's the sign for inverse matrices. So, and the sign is now we are going to deal with 1 over determinant of A multiplied by the adjoints. That's the rule for inverse matrices. So sorry, some noise is disturbing me. I want to go and do something about it. Sorry, I'm back. Some noise is disturbing me at the back door there. So inverse matrices, we quickly move to calculus. Don't worry, we do everything. Calculus and all. So if times permit us, but I'll try and reach calculus before we end the class. So the inverse matrices, this is the rule. So let's quickly solve 1 or 2 questions under inverse matrices. There are some rules and some stages that is applied to inverse matrices. I wish the rule is even applicable to matrices 2 by 2 to find the inverse. So let me quickly. So the rule of inverse matrices is that the first thing you do for matrices is to find the determinant. Find the determinant. And rule 2 is to find the minor. Find the minor. Then rule 3 is to find the transpose. No, find the cofactor. Cofactor. So after finding the cofactor, the first thing is find the adjoints. Find the adjoints. So with this, we're able to finish the inverse matrices. With this, we're able to finish the inverse matrices. Please like this video, like it, share it, and if you have not subscribed, please just go back to the channel and click subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So now, with all these rules, we're able to solve inverse matrices. Let's start with matrices 2 by 2. Matrices 2 by 2. Let's assume the A matrices. We have matrix A is 3, 2, 1, 0. And we are asked to find the inverse. This one is very simple. We are asked to find the inverse of the question. Now, the inverse is the first thing I tell you to find is find the determinant. So, rule 1 is that we need to find the determinant. That's the rule 1. We need to find the determinant, and the determinant is of A. So what will be the determinant of A now? Of 2 by 2 matrices. So don't forget that this one will be plus minus. So here will be 3 times 0, 2 times 1. So here we have 3 times 0, minus 2 times 1. So then we have 0 minus 2. So that means the determinant of this is minus 2. Yes, you are right. You said after cofactor is transpose. Yes, it is no, it's when you apply transpose to cofactor. That is now leads to what we call adjoint. Please don't get this wrong. When you apply transpose to cofactor, when you can get cofactor is when you apply sign. When you apply signs to minor, we get cofactor. And when you apply transpose to cofactors, we get adjoints. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Ololade, hope you understand what I'm saying now. So let's move on. So here is the determinant. Then the second rule for you is to find the minor. Then the minor of this is the opposite. So the minor of 3 is 0. The minor of 2 is 1. Then the minor of 0 is 3. Then the minor of 1 is 2. Just interchangeably. So now the next thing we do is to find the cofactor. The next thing is to find the cofactor. So the cofactor here is we need to apply signs to the minor to get the cofactor. So for me to get my cofactor now, I'll just have 0, 1, 2, 3. So that means I have plus, minus, minus, plus. That is the application of signs to the minor to get the cofactor. So now my cofactor value will now be 0 minus 1 minus 2, 3. That will give me my cofactor. 0 minus 1 minus 2, 3. That will give me cofactor. So now I've gotten my cofactor. Now let me get my adjoints. Rule 4. Adjoints. Then my adjoints will be the transpose of cofactor. So my adjoints will now be 0 minus 2 minus 1, 3. That's my adjoint. So my final answer for the A inverse will now be 1 over the determinant. What's the answer for my determinant? Minus 2. You understand? Then you put it beside what? Your adjoint. So that is your final answer. That is inverse matrices. That is inverse matrices. Now, yes, I'll be moving to the inverse of 3 by 3 matrices for sure. So I'm moving to the inverse of 3 by 3 matrices. Then after that, we can now talk about Cramer's rules and the application of matrices. Then after that one, we can now free to move to calculus, which is the differentiation and integration. So if you are with us here and you have not subscribed, please go and subscribe. It's very important. So now we are moving to 3 by 3 inverse matrices. 3 by 3 inverse matrices. So at this point, you need to be very, very careful. 3 by 3 inverse matrix is not a joke. It's let's say matrices A. Let me even clean this because I need to manage the board. Matrices A is given as 4, 1, minus 5. And you have minus 2, 3, and 1. So we have 3 minus 1, 4. If we have this, if we have this as matrices 3 by 3. So in this kind of question, we still need to follow the normal procedure. And the normal procedure for us is to find, the first thing to find is the determinant. So let's find the determinant. One, find the determinant. So find the determinant. So for you to find the determinants now, so I will be having the determinant A will now be what? It will be 4, 1, minus 5. Minus 2, 3, 1. 3 minus 1, 4. The determinants of 3 by 3 matrices. So the determinant of 3 by 3 matrices. Now the first thing you do, I've explained the determinant of 3 by 3 matrices to you before. So I'll not really explain much. I'll just kind of solving it. You get? So this one will be 2 plus, 2 minus plus. And this is why I'm telling you that this one that I here they are refers to as a king. So here we're having 4, which is the king. And I was going to do a little with the chiefs under it. So we are dealing with the guy here. This guy here. So we're having 3, 1, minus 1, 4. Then let's move to the next king, which is minus 1. So here we have another determinant. 2 by 2, we have minus 2, 1, 3, and 4. So let's move to the king, third king. So don't look, but they know that this is positive, but there's minus 1 in front of the 5, which we reverse as king. So the minus 1 in front of 5 will be what? Plus times minus will give us what? Minus. So that means you have minus 5, and if you have minus 5, you have minus 2, 3, you have 3 minus 1. So this is determinant 2 by 2. So what we do is let's solve determinant 2 by 2 now. Plus, minus, plus, minus. So this multiplied like this. I'm going to have 4 into bracket 3 times 4. Here we have 12. Minus times minus here will give me plus. I have 1. So you have minus 1. Then you have another one. Minus 2 times 4. We're having minus 8. Then this one is also be minus 3 because 1 times 3 is 3. This multiplied by this. So let's close the bracket. Then minus 5. Here, we have minus 5. This minus times minus here will give you plus. So that means I have 2. 2 times 1, 2. So this one will give me what? 3 times 3, 9. Minus 9. So here we can now say we have 4 into bracket 13. 4 into bracket 13 minus, this one is going to give me minus 11. Then minus 5. And this one is going to give me minus 7. So in that case, we'll be having 14 times 13. Sorry, 4 times 13. I said for the Bible. So that's 52. So this one is giving us 52 plus 11. Don't forget, minus times minus will give you plus. So minus times minus here will also give you plus. This one will give me 35. 5 times 7 is going to give me 35. So please, following this inverse of 3 matrices. So now in this place we have 52 plus, the final answer for the determinant will now be 52 plus 11 plus 35. What am I going to get? I'm going to get 98. So if you can hear me and if you don't understand, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. And if there's any question, please ask now before me moving too fast. You know what's wrong with this camera? So I think the camera is okay now with the board. I think it's okay now. So let's find another one. Let's find another one. All right, since you can see, let me just move on. So now the next thing for us to find now is for us to find the is for us to find the minor. So two, find the minor. Now I want to find the minor. So the minor for this, I want to explain to you because I don't want us to waste the board. So the minor for, because we need to find the minor for each value here. We need to find the minor for each value. So the minor for 4 here, this 4, is going to be the determinant of what is here. Now you see what I'm circling? The minor for 4 is going to be the determinant of it. So for minor of 4, the first 4 here will be the determinant of this one, which is not choosing like the illustration of king and chiefs that I'm using to get the minus. So this one is going to be plus minus. So 4 times 3 is going to give me 12. Minus times minus here will give me plus 1. You get 1 times 1 is 1, minus times 1 is plus. So this, the minor of this 4 is 13. If you don't understand the way I get it, let me know. The minor of the 4 is 13. Now let's look for minor of 1. Minor of 1, which is this one. Minor of 1 will now be what? M1. Let me put as M1. Minus of 1 will now be what? You are going to choose the value that is not under 1 as your determinant 2 by 2. So we're having minus 2, we have 3, we have 1, we have 4. So that's minor of 1. So plus or minus the determinant again. 2 times this, I'm having minus 8. Minus 2 times 4 will give you minus 8. Minus 1 times 3 will give you what? 3. So the minor of 1, the minor of 1 is minus 11. The minor of 1 is minus 11. So the minor of minus 5, minor of minus 5 will be what? We are choosing what is not under minus 5. That's the minus 2, 3, 3, minus 1. So we have this. So if we can have this, what will be the minor of minus 5? So this one will now be what? Plus minus 2 times 1, 2. Minus times minus will give us plus. That's 2. Minus 3 times 3 will give me what? 9. So that means I'm having minus 7. That's the minor for minus 5. So the minor of minus 2